Greetings, my excellent friends. Chain of Memories continues. I have memories of preferring this half of the game to the other, so I'm cautiously optimistic. But so long as there's nothing quite like that fight that we had Wednesday. Well, see, the thing, I'm sort of now prepared to hate it. But I remember being relieved, and like the problem is, right? What if last time I played this game, and I really don't remember, but what if last time I played this game I didn't use Sora's slates well enough, and so the reason why I liked the Riku half better is because I wasn't playing the Sora game well, and this time, because we did turn the Sora game into a breeze, maybe maybe I'll have the reverse experience. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm hoping it will be fine. I remember there's like literally only one world of the Riku playthrough that is bad. And I actually like that world's bad because it makes a sort of thematic sense. We'll talk about that when we get there. But there is a specific world in the Riku story where your deck isn't very good, and when you think about it, you're like, huh, okay, that's a fair enough. Don't spoil it if you know what I'm talking about. It's not necessarily the easy section. You'll see it. We'll go into how the mechanics change once we're staring them in the face. Yeah? Makes sense. If you read my Go Live notice, I realized I hadn't said this earlier. I think I said it on stream at some point, but I'm seeing Deadpool and Wolverine with my girlfriend on Sunday. The session time is half an hour before I would normally start streaming. And I don't really want to go home and then immediately stream for a couple hours once we finally get out of there. So I'm just not streaming on Sunday. Because I'm busy on Sunday instead of Saturday, though, tomorrow's stream will be the length of a Sunday. So it's like we're getting rid of the shorter one, not the longer one. We're just swapping the days around. Does that make sense? So there's still enough 14 time this week that I don't think there's a problem. If it was less than that, I would probably sacrifice a Kingdom Hearts day to it, but I think we need to. Besides, yes, exactly. I think I told you this, go on, didn't I? Did I told someone this, and they didn't already know about it. But I want to wait until we get there to explain it, so let's stop talking about it. But it's a neat little detail. We might not get there today, so I'll save it for next week, or whenever it is. Now, that's about it for updates. Yeah, good. You're welcome. It's not often I get to be the fun fact guy compared to you on things we both enjoy. Nonetheless, Riku's version, like the base difference is that Riku's version does not have deck customization. It is stripped down. However, there are new mechanics, one of which I believe Ark pointed out. The final boss, that one I hated, there's something in there that is very similar to a common Riku mechanic. I still hated it in that boss more than I hate it in Riku, because like you get used to it in Riku mode, I believe. But the Doom, and it's not Doom. Doom is just how Marluxia uses it. But the idea of, hey, there's a bunch of cards, and you have to break them in a row. It also suits Riku's version better, because my issue with it in the Marluxia fight was that my deck was composed of cards that were meant to go in sets of 3. So having to sacrifice the high-value ones of those was just destroying my setup. And I wasn't prepared for it, because I didn't know it was coming. I knew it was a mechanic in the other half of the game. I didn't know it was coming in that fight. I'd forgotten. Anyway. I do enjoy, though, that they've fully separated out. There's two. I've said before. There's 2 games in the Kingdom Hearts series with full Riku playability. The other one mixes and mingles it into one game, and you probably know what that game is unless you're super unfamiliar. This game, though, it is effectively two entirely separate things. It's just that you can't access this one until you've played Sora through once. But when I hit New Game now, it will let me pick between them. And I have separate save files, separate journeys. If I ever come back to this, I could choose to just play one and it had nothing to do with the other. I like games that separate that. I've always had a fascination with multiple perspective or protagonist games. I love games that... and Kingdom Hearts has a couple of entries that are good for this. You go through the same sequence of events in the same timeline with separate views. And then you learn shit that recolors your view of earlier. Usually we get this through things when they have prequels and stuff, but I love stories that are naturally set up this way. To have us jump between perspectives. That's why I enjoyed things like The Wheel of Time and fantasy stories that have 9,000 character perspectives. I never read Song of Ice and Fire, mind you, but that's only because it didn't finish. If that man manages to finish his books before life finishes him, I'll read them. I don't expect to ever read them. Now, new game. Start game as Riku. Still be beginner, because fuck the actual gameplay, even if I think this version of it is a little better. Sure, you can vibrate me. That's what I mean, yeah. Do I think he has a shot at finishing Winds of Winter? Actually, yes, I do. I don't think it's I think there's a very good chance he won't. I don't think it's impossible. And that's because I don't like to be wrong. So the easiest way not to be wrong is to say he could or he couldn't. However, I do feel safe saying he's not going to get 7 done. I don't think he has that much time left at his pace. Especially with the fact that each successive one takes longer than the last. So by that logic, he would need a second body to swap to. So I'm willing to be wrong on that one. I'd love to be wrong on that one. Because, I mean, yeah, Wheel of Time ended with Robert Jordan dying when there was one book left, and he had so many notes that the replacement author, who, by the way, is one of the most fast-writing authors known to man, guy's a machine. I don't read a lot of his work. In fact, I haven't read much of his work, but that's just because I don't read a lot, but... at least these days. Brandon Sanderson is what I'm talking about. Jordan had so many notes for this last book that Sanderson decided it needed to be 3 books. And those books are just as long as any individual book Jordan had already written. Now, there's an argument about whether Sanderson overwrote those, and that Jordan would have been able to do one last book, because he was committed. Jordan said, there's only going to be one last book, even if I have to make it 2,000 pages long. And Sanderson was like, no, seriously, you won't be able to hold it up, let alone fucking read it. That was silly. Love the guy. Gonna finish his work as best I can, but that particular commitment I'm not gonna honor. And I think that was a fair call based on how long those books are, and I don't think there's anything in those 3 books that doesn't deserve to be there. I'm glad that he wrote as much as he did to finish that story off, because it finishes off very well. But some people wonder if Jordan would have managed that one last book. Sanderson's one of those people whose natural state is working, and he's happy with that. See, I'm the dead opposite. My natural state is not working, and I'm unironically very focused on trying to work as little as possible while remaining alive. I would much rather be money poor than time poor, so long as I'm still breathing. And I don't think there's anything morally wrong with that. But I have great respect and admiration for the people who love what they do so much that they don't feel emotionally destroyed by the idea of never getting leisure time. Go for your life. Man seems really happy to be who he is. Anyway, here's Riku.
Where am I?
Stay asleep.
Who's there?
You should remain asleep. Here, between light and dark.
I'm going to cut in here to tell you about a recast. Because we should know who that voice is, but we don't because the voice has changed. It was written to be recognizable, it just isn't. And there's that kind of factor of most people who played this played 2 first, so you would recognize it. But that is the voice of Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, who is no longer Billy Zane and is now Richard Epcar. And will remain so for the rest of the series. I don't know why Billy Zane lost his job. I think it's got something to do with like some controversy he was embroiled in. I don't know, but they got rid of him. And it's a shame because I think later on there's another role Richard Epcar plays that I think he should have played and stayed playing, but Billy Zane should have stayed as this particular. Yeah. The other recast you get in Kingdom Hearts 2 is Lance Bass is no longer Sephiroth, but that one's less important.
Between what? Oh! Huh? The king! Where's the king? Together we close the door to darkness. After that?
You came drifting here by yourself. You did not have the strength to overcome the darkness. Or maybe you were close to it.
As if I'm some kind of demon.
Turn from the light. Shut your eyes. Here, blanketed by the darkness, sleep is safety. Sleep is eternal.
This is the Disco Elysium opening. There is nothing.
But
oh, what's this?
it is a door to the truth. Take it and your sleep ends as you take the first step toward the truth. But know this, the truth will bring you pain. Will you still go? There is no return to the security of sleep.
This seemed like a boring place to take a nap anyway.
That was very well said, Riku.
Oh, I am still here.
Huh? A door to the truth, huh?
Yeah, but he is talking to the bad guy, Demon Dragon. And we start in the basement 12th floor entrance hall. Now, you might be wondering how this could be an entrance hall when there's a dead end and we are ostensibly so far underground. Why does this room exist? And the answer is this room exists so that Riku's game can start. Now, what is the implication of Ansem, Seeker of Darkness being a voice in Riku's head at this point? What is he? How is he? Is he dead? Is he lingering on? Well, that's something to consider. Riku's jump feels better than Sora's, and I don't know why. I don't know if there's any actual height difference. But we get the fantastic Riku stance. Actually, we don't. He's got it lowered. But like, as you go to swing, he does There it is. There it is. This is the Riku stance. It's because he's walking that we don't get it. And this is an actual sword. Yeah, this is the Soul Eater sword, which is Riku's sort of imagined weapon that he just calls to himself, I believe, thanks to the darkness powers that he has. And he has that instead of a Keyblade. This is one of the few times in Kingdom Hearts where you aren't... In fact, I don't think there's... Is there another, like... Sure, Sora with the dream stuff and the wooden sword, but is there another, like, solid game in which you just don't have a Keyblade for the whole time? I think there's a multiplayer mode in one of the DS spin-offs that lets you play as some random characters. Specifically, you get to play some characters from the organization, and so they all have their specialty weapons. You don't have Keyblades for that, but that's a bonus. This is the actual game. I don't know why I like this stance so much. Anyway... Riku cannot customize his card deck. He must fight with the deck that is given to him. The cards in the deck will change as Riku advances through the game. What that means is every floor has a set deck, and that set deck will always change. However, it's not going to be that exciting, because if you look at this deck here, we have Soul Eater, and a High Potion. That's it. What's interesting here is that we cannot sort the deck. 876, 876, 543, 543, 009, 749, 749, 749, 99. That's what he's got. So there's some zeros in the middle that if we want to use those to stump bosses, we're going to need to be careful not to blast them away. Well, that's the thing about Riku's card availability. Riku has no magic. He just has attacks, and he doesn't have Keyblade types either. He just has this. Like all he does is attack. I kind of like the simplicity of that, because even though I didn't attack much as Sora, right, the existence of all those powerful abilities brought with it the presumption that you would use them. By taking them away and just leaving you with attacking, they are also forced to create challenges that just attacking can overcome. And these are Riku's slates. All 13 of them. He hasn't found any yet, but these are the only ones he'll ever get. And for some people, they'd listen to all those things I just mentioned and be like, holy shit, they've gutted the whole game. How could you possibly get enjoyment out of this? For me, it's, oh good, they've simplified the whole game. I can fucking relax. Nah, that's just the friend symbol. Just like that's the attack symbol and that's the duel symbol. It doesn't necessarily represent Mickey Mouse. We have a single 1 moment's reprieve. And we have no world cards yet. Well, it's just funny, because we do. But we have no friends right now. We have 10 attack points and 8 dark points. And this is Riku's version of the leveling system. Instead of card points and slate unlocks, he unlocks attack points and dark points. What do they do? Well, you can probably figure out what the first one does, but I will get into that once we start leveling up. And instead of Jiminy's Journal, we have the D Report! What does that mean? Disney? Darkness? Dick? I don't know. And who's writing it? I don't know. We may as well read this one, because it's mostly, like, preamble. Bored with his secluded island life, Riku dreamt of seeing other worlds. He got his wish when darkness devoured Destiny Islands, and he was thrust into the outside world. While looking for his lost friend Kairi, he met Maleficent and accepted her help. But Maleficent had her eyes on Riku's strength and was working to make him her underling. She gave Riku the power of darkness, but as he used it, it gained power over him. This is why Riku fought his best friend Sora, and how his heart fell to Ansem, pursuer of darkness. Okay, so you wrote that wrong. It's Seeker, but whatever. But Riku's heart was freed by Sora's light. Riku, Sora, and the King worked together to close the door to darkness, but Riku was trapped inside, in the realm of darkness. Will he see the realm of light again? And no, we don't know where Mickey went. We have our card collection here that is 6% complete already with only 4 cards found, which means his deck or his collection is less than 100 cards long. Battle cards. So items are thrown in here because there's so few of them. He's got the Soul Eater, and he's got the High Potion. And there's only 3 others to find. Don't know what the second section is. Map cards. It's got the Moment's Reprieve. Even this is a smaller because there's a lot of things Riku doesn't need that Sora had. Like, you can't get a Moogle Room because he doesn't have cards to buy. And of course we have our world cards. We have Hollow Bastion. Yes, all of Riku's many friends that he's going to meet. And his character list only has 3 sections too. We have Characters 1 with Riku, the King. When Riku fell into the realm of darkness, the King began to show him the way, but they were separated when the door was shut. Even though they were on the same side of it. Who knows? It's weird seeing Riku Sora Kairi instead of Sora Riku Kairi. And we have Ansem, Pursuer of Darkness. He enslaved Riku, but he died at Sora's hand. But his shadow lives on in the depths of Riku's heart. That is a good description of what's going on here. So we have all of our Sora saves. I'm going to make my main save in slot 2 here. Other than that, we're going to start saving down here past where my Sora game ended. But at the very top we'll have these two. And here's why we had that little silhouette of Sora, so that we can have a silhouette of Riku as well, facing the other direction. Alright, and this is his dodge roll. Isn't it fucking extra? He starts dodging, but then he does this god-awful foot flip thing. Look how much extra space he's taken up. What a ridiculous dodge. What are we going to get next? A cartwheel? Hollow Bastion, and I love that he starts here. I love that this is his Traverse Town. It's so correct that this end game world becomes his basic. Because of course this is where he got situated. Hello, Raptor. How are you? Do you have any experience with Kingdom Hearts? This is Hollow Bastion. What you see is not real. It's the world of your memory. At least I assume it's still Ansem talking to him. Also, I like that I apparently have to advance the text here, or else Riku is just going to keep doing this forever. He looks like somebody has put mosquitoes into his clothes. My memory? The things you remember from your time in Maleficent's castle became a card. And that card made this world. You've seen everything here before, haven't you? Yeah. So what now? Am I going to learn something? Maybe meet someone? You would meet the people in your memories. Ordinarily. What does that mean? Hey! I'm asking you a question! Fine. But it had better be you I run across next, voice. And we get the Key of Beginnings. So this version of the game just sort of presumes that you know how all of the repeated mechanics work.
Who are you people?
How did you come to have so many friends? And we get this little... Instead of the Keyblade symbol, we get Riku's little darkness sword. Hi, we're playing Edgelord mode here in Kingdom Hearts Pain and Misery. The worst game in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, which is to say the only bad one. And we get defenders in the first fight? What the fuck, dude?
Take this! Like it! Take this!
Wyverns!
Like it!
So here's the fun thing. You see how Sora's reload would have a number next to it? And it gets longer and longer? This is how Riku reloads his deck. So, let's break this down. Right? Riku's deck is full of attack cards and nothing else. And when he runs out, he instantly gets them all back instead of having to charge. What this means is that Riku's gameplay is just button mashing attack. So can you see why I like it better? Hyper Kirby, how is my playthrough of Recom going? Well, I'm past the part I hate, and I'm up to the part I tolerate. I don't like Chain of Memories. I call it Pain and Miseries for a reason. It's an important part of the story, that's why we're playing it. This is an ongoing full series run. We played the first one, now we're playing this. We'll keep going, probably with some break games in the middle, but the intention is to get all the way to 3. This is the only one I don't want to do. So, it's funny when people come in here with the positivity you would expect from people going through their Kingdom Hearts journey, because it is a very positive journey, but I almost feel bad, because it's like, oh, hey, you've caught me on the 2, 3, 4 week stretch in which I'm going to be a miserable shit. But, you know. So, yeah, we get 3 options here, although only 2 of them are currently active. HP, same thing, 15 HP a level. But Riku can just straight up boost his damage. Sora cannot do. Sora does not gain more damage dealt with levels. His damage goes up when he finds new, stronger attacks to slide together. Riku, though, you just make his attack stronger. It's great. Dark points we don't use yet, but we'll get there. So I believe the fundamental rule of leveling Riku is whenever this is on there, whenever you can hit this button, you hit this button. The next handheld KH is the best one. Woo! I think I've said before that we are not going to be resorting to cutscene compilations for anything that exists as a game. We are going to play the HD versions of everything we can, but when it comes to the 2 DS games that weren't remade, we are going to bust out a DS emulator. We may still watch the 3-hour HD movie versions to compare them. I think that would be fun because they're not that long. It'll just be one day, right? So we stream the whole game, we get to the end, and then we're like, alright, let's just do one more stream in which we watch this and see what's different. I'm up for that, but we gotta play the games.
Take this!
Oh, the other thing you might notice, though, that is a problem, it's not good, Riku can't heal himself!
Like it!
No, I don't like it. I don't like that. That's the one part I don't like. Oh, but we do. That's it. We have enemy cards. We have enemy cards. That's the type of card that hadn't unlocked yet. Enemy cards.
Yeah. Take this.
I'll get into that. I'll go to the menu after this.
Like it. Take this.
Now, all we have is HP, because you don't get to just boost your attack all the time. It's probably a good thing, because we got no HP right now. Yeah, card in deck, it is enemy cards, which means he doesn't have a friend card entry. That's interesting, isn't it? So we've been given a defender card, which decreases damage from physical attacks by the enemy. So we can use that in all of our fights. And I do use enemy cards way more as Riku, because all of Riku's enemy cards are just in his deck. He doesn't have to make space for them. So you become very used to using enemy cards, because other than that, you just got attacks. I'd forgotten about this. This was the other... Yeah, all of Riku's... It just... They take this game's Sora system, and they just completely remix it. It's really actually quite good. What sucks is that they had to do it in the first place, because it's so much better than what they did with Sora's version. But that's just me being a shit. So we go straight down to the Hollow Bastion. I actually like that they give us the Hollow Bastion enemies here, because they, of course they do. It would be weird if we just had shadows here. I say I hate bullshit that we have to fight defenders and wizards already, but hey, they're pretty weak. They're weak enough, defenders and wizards. You can still rip through them. But yes, if we look at our deck, it is actually different from what it was out in the castle. This is something that you do need to check, because when Riku has fights in Castle Oblivion between floors, his deck changes from the world you were just in. Every time he enters a world, it changes. Every time he exits, it changes too. Yes, Hyper Kirby, exactly. I don't like thinking. That's... Well, no, that's not true. I played strategy games and things, but, like, I do have an interesting relationship with streaming and gaming, in that I prefer to play games that I don't have to think as much when I'm streaming, because I find, and I mean it makes obvious sense when you think about it, I find it harder to focus when I'm doing this. So the only games that I'll play that are think heavy tend to be ones that I already know super well. Unless we're like... Unless it's 2020 and I'm in my Paradox strategy game phase. I don't know why I did that, but anyway. Yes, I spent most of 2020 doing that. But you'll remember there were a few streams during that Paradox strategy phase that ended early because my chat wouldn't stop backseating me. But no, it's not that I don't stream those games, it's that I don't play them as well. Yeah, that's it. That's true. Like, it's also the fact that this is a departure from Kingdom Hearts and what you come to expect, because every... Like, yeah, sure, the super bosses, you have to think harder, but Kingdom Hearts is pretty button-mashy in the day-to-day. And the only part of the Kingdom Hearts that isn't is Sora mode of this game. Which is why Riku mode of this game is a welcome breath of fresh air. Anyway, see, our numbers are different. And yeah, your decks aren't that different because it's always just going to be Soul Eaters, right? But notice that we don't have a Pie Potion now. We did outside the Hollow Bastion, but now we don't. Now we just have 5 sets, 5 3-hit combos. That's what we have. And we have no zeros either. No zeros. But we have this Defender card. We will not have the Defender card in later deck things. So most enemy cards will just suddenly appear and disappear. With an exception. But we'll get there once we earn one. I have a lot of respect for this fascinating remix of a preset game. It's just funny that I like the remix and I don't like the base game. So I probably don't need to slate up these larger ones. It's just at the end when the numbers are lower.
Yeah! Like it! Take this!
I don't know how I feel about Riku shouting "like it" to the defender while he's slapping its ass with a sword. Oh yeah, like it, whack, whack, whack. Mingling worlds already, okay. And yeah, Riku's lack of healing is an issue, but he does get something to address that eventually. You have to be careful, though. Oh, that was just a Confuso beam. Never mind. Stop it. If you get low on health as Riku, honestly, run back out to your nearest save point or put a moment's reprieve down. But yeah, it's grindier because you can't just delete everything with Mega Flare, but...
this!
Honestly, this just feels like regular Kingdom Hearts. Apparently the fan-made Fallout 1 remake project has a demo out now. Do you mean, like, making Fallout 1's world and story in modern Bethesda-style engine with shooting and such? Yeah, I mean, good for them. I think I would just play the originals again personally, but I imagine there's a lot of people who wouldn't do that. And no, you would never see me stream original Fallouts. Those games are old and fucking clunky. I still like them. You're one of the few people that love... Yeah, see, that's the thing. A lot of people who come watch me play this game are people who who do like it. And I'm glad that people like it, because that means it's done some good in the world, which sort of makes up for all the pain it's caused me. Don't watch my VOD from Wednesday's stream of me fighting Marluxia, because I was not friendly that in that experience. But no, I do think I do think having gone through Sora mode again, it is okay. I don't think it's good. I think that the reason why it's not good is more because it doesn't adapt itself to 3D super well. I don't have a playthrough of the GBA game under my belt, but I think I still have enough from my experience with this to say, I can see which parts of this were designed for 2D and aren't working super well in the transition. So I don't think it's good for that reason. But it's not horrible, terrible garbage all the way through. Apart from a few glaring things like EXP needing to be picked up and disappearing if you take too long. That's terrible. However, I do think that final boss fight for Sora is really bad. I don't think it's fair. In a number of ways. Most specifically, I think the whirlwind deck scattering mechanic is very, very bad. And I don't like that it's a two-phase boss fight such that every time you fail the really hard phase, you have to sit through 2 minutes of killing the first form again, which isn't difficult, it's just like the bigger an obstacle between you and the challenge you actually want to tackle again, the closer you get to Rage Quit. That's one of the biggest sins a game can commit in my eyes, is putting too much tedium between you and the part you die at every time you come back. That's something I will always argue against. But yeah, the Sora side, like, you can get pretty good slight combinations, and if you actually take the time to learn the mechanics and how to set your deck up to be powerful, like we did. And the reason why we did that is because the people in my chat knew better than me and told me what to do. Which is nice. I do appreciate that. But if you've a mind to, like, really dive into that system, then yeah, that's a great system for you. We are immediately hit with a teeming darkness. Oh boy. I could use that. I like to use one of these per world, just to get lots of levels out of it. Interesting that we get all of these, because, like, yeah, early Sora, they only give you the very basic cards, whereas here I've already got some strange ones. Alright. Let's put the big one in. It's a 1. It's a good time to use it, to try to use your 1s in the 1+ stores, because otherwise you'll have trouble using them.
Like it!
Right, yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to how Marluxia's deck worked, but was the idea that that boss just didn't have to follow the rules? Because, yeah, there's 2 types of bosses. The ones that function like enemies, where the only card they have is their own card, which just functions as a stand-in for what their attack is like. And then there's ones that actually follow the deck system, which means they have to reload. They can build slates and like play. And that is cool. I like that they have, you know, the humanoid-y bosses play by the rules, and the monster bosses are simplistic. But Marluxia does not have to follow those rules in that fight. If your best idea for the final boss challenge is to break your own rules to make it harder, I feel like that's bad, and that's okay for me to say that's bad. Just the one boss. Most of the organization bosses were fairly well thought out and put together. Black Room.
Take this! Like it!
Stop asking the defender if he likes it while you're whacking him and from that angle. Anyway. It's creepy, Riku. And Bottomless Darkness, the worst room in the game because I have a fear of endless spaces with no visible ground. Which isn't good as a Kingdom Hearts player. We haven't had too many of that problem yet, but oh boy, we will.
Take this! Like it! Take this!
Marluxia Final Boss doesn't need to reload, he just pulls his slates out instantly. Yeah. Because, yeah, what I noticed was you... The first time he uses Whirlwind on you, it takes you by surprise, and it's a super high-value slate, right? The next time he uses it on you, you try to zero it out. And you do, and you break it. And then he just uses it again. But you can break that. You can do it twice. But then he just uses it again! So you better have 3 zeros on speed dial, or else you're gonna have to go look and play 52 pickup.
Like it! Take this!
It's like I'm playing regular Kingdom Hearts again, except as Riku. Yeah, that's... See, now I'm remembering. Now that I'm here, this is why I like the Riku mode so much. You sort of forget you're playing the card game. And you will be reminded that you're playing the card game eventually, but for now, for the moment,
take this!
I can pretend I'm not.
Like it!
Stop that.
Take this!
Except when they occasionally do that. What was that icon on The Lasting Days? It looked like a cool design for a sword. I don't know, I've never seen it before. It's a bit weird. It looks more like it would open a door than beat somebody up. Are we playing as Riku or Riku Replica? That's a good question.
Take this!
Signs point to us playing as the real Riku because it seems as though his story has followed exactly along from where we left it.
Like it!
He closed the door, he got stuck in the realm of darkness with King Mickey, and then he finds himself in a formless void and has now appeared here.
Take this!
Don't say like it.
Like it! Take this!
Well, you could argue that the Formless Void was Vexen's, like, creation soup, and that he's just mimicking Ansem's voice. But I don't know. I know, but I'm not saying.
Yeah! Take this! Ha! Like it! Yeah!
Yeah, we're wearing the normal teenager outfit. Instead of Darkness McEdgelord outfit. So that's a point in our favor. For now.
Like it!
Notably, the Riku replica spent his whole day in that outfit. Did I just fucking lose it to the shield? Yes.
Like it!
One defender? That's it? Wow. Alright.
Like it! Yeah!
Speaking of defenders, I really should use this card more. Ha! You got stunned.
Yeah! Ha! Take this!
Or don't, because apparently the knockback of attack number 2 ruined the flow of attack number 3. It took a while. Oh, ID Artemis. Hoo-ha-ra.
Like it! Yeah!
Hold still. Martial Waking. Ah, yes. I don't believe Riku has Sorceress Waking because it doesn't affect him.
Like it! Take this! Like it!
Hell, do you like it like that? I'm the only
Take
one who
this!
can stab you with that. Many, many level ups. We're level 8 already, and we've got the 3rd attack boost. Notice that we haven't had any opportunities to raise our darkness points. I believe that's not a reflection of our level, but it's a reflection of where we are in the game. So you might argue, hey, maybe you don't want to level up so fast now in case you end up behind on your DP. To which my answer is, it will all even out in the end. Probably. Well, I wonder what happens if you try to get to level 100 without leaving this section. Because theoretically you could. Right?
Take this!
The key to beginnings is over there. Let's go with an easier one. Let's go to a world where the darkness is asleep. You'd only do that if you like it! Good point. What do we have? We got teeming, we got almighty, sleeping and looming. I guess we don't have feeble or tranquil. Basically, other than sleeping, we've gotten all the baddies and we haven't gotten the goodies. We've got the black room, but we don't have the white room. We've got the bottomless. There's the marshal waking and the meeting ground, which is interesting because we don't have any friends. And we have the mingling worlds. Of course, the other keys will be down here. I guess strong initiative would be there. Stagnant space I'm waiting on. I don't know what darkness that is. But otherwise that's tranquil and feeble, yeah. This one I don't know. But the rest I can guess. I don't think we're up to no heart yet. Arc, that's a concept from later in the series. Heartless, yes, but not no heart.
Like it! Take this! Like it! Take this!
Tarzan? Who's that? I'm sure I wouldn't know anything about any copyright infringing loincloth man. Mind you, the wizards and defenders were certainly worth a lot more EXP for Sora than they are for Riku.
Take this!
Aye.
Like it! Take this! Like it!
Healy bubbles. No, Snip, it wasn't ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah. It was ee, ooh, 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 ah. There's the difference. So you have 4 more rooms, and we do in fact have 3 doors. Which either means Key to Beginnings, Guidance and Truth, or Key to Beginnings, Guidance and Room of Rewards, but we'll go in here. It's early enough in the game that I should probably go straight to the story rooms. We just need a red card. Well, what is the red card I'm happiest to lose? That'd be a Bottomless Darkness. Get the fuck out. And get... Everything is just how I remember it. even this room.
It must be nice being back in your old bedroom. Think of all the memories.
You again. Sorry, but these memories I could do without. Maleficent gave me this room.
So she did. And you lived here, tempted by the darkness she offered. You cast away your home, your friends, everything. But at least they gave you a nice room.
Stop talking! Three plus. If he can't get calm bounties, what's the point of black... Well, he might be able to, but what would he get out of them? Let's do an experiment. I want to see how the black fungi work with him. I assume he can't get premiums either. He could probably get roulettes, though. Roulette room, that's probably the one we're missing. Because map cards, he has full access to.
Take this! Like it! Yeah! Take this!
We got a roulette room.
Like it! Yeah! Take this!
We got another roulette room. All right, I'm sensing a theory here. Ow.
Like it! Take this! Like it! Take this! Like it! Take this!
It made sense to slate those because it was 3 hits per kill, we had 15 attacks, and there were 5 of them.
Take this!
I don't know if I needed to go into this room, because we just end up back here. I mean, I needed to go into it for my own brain, but it's still interesting, right? We don't need to use a meeting ground. Let's do a roulette room. Because we've collected so many of them all of a sudden. Also, yes, their cards are high. That wasn't the... What the balls?
Take this! Take this!
Grab it. Stupid!
Yeah! Take...
I have learned to loathe the sound of... What other Kingdom Hearts game is like, no, sorry, you can't attack right now because somebody else is better at maths. Stagnant space.
Like it!
Well, one thing about overgrinding in the early game is that it builds up our card list. Because it does take you a while to get 99.
Yeah! Like it!
But once you are,
Take this!
you generally have enough to solve any problem put before you. La 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 la. At the moment, I am of course just trying to grab ones I know I haven't gotten before. So we're still looking for Tranquil Darkness. And Strong Initiative. Those would be the ones. And we've met some new enemies. We've met the Black Fungus. And the Tornado Step. What did that say? The Black Fungus like to paralyze its enemies and toy with them. That's a spider. That's how you describe a spider, not a mushroom.
Like it.
Yeah, they did make a game out of all those fake mobile games. It's got a really stupid title. I watched, I think, Northern Lion or somebody play it, and basically the opinion was, you know, these aren't actually very good. And that wasn't a critique of the developer, because the developer did what they set out to do. I think I'm looking for ×2. That. I think that's Strong Initiative. Good shot. Ghoul Gamer, hello. We are starting Reverse Rebirth, which is the part of Chain of Memories that I kinda like. So I'm a little bit happier than I was, though I'm still a bit hesitant. I'm hesitant to relax and enjoy things yet. But I pushed myself through the Sora half, and I
Take this.
didn't rage quit.
Like it.
I didn't
Take this.
scream. Well, actually, no, there were some loud noises during that final boss, but
Like it.
there was a triumphant no when I stopped him from breaking
Take
the
this.
That was the loudest, probably.
Like it.
Rika really wants to know if you like it. Do you guys like it? Do you? He's dying here. He needs you to tell him. He's been asking for like an hour. Please let him know.
Like it.
Well, then he's just gonna have to work harder until you do.
Like it. Yeah. Take this.
Whenever he says take this, there's something about the tone he uses that just reminds me of one of the classic Dynasty Warriors 3 bad voice acting lines, which was this dude with a quaver in his voice going, "You flaming idiots! Take this!"
Yeah. Take this. Like it.
I mean, he's not doing the quaver, but it's just a similar tone.
Take this.
Wait, Tinkerbell drops dead if you don't believe in fairies? She's that easy to get rid of?
Yeah. Take this.
Nice.
Like it.
Will you stop bloody ducking?
Yeah.
Fuck! And we get a random Joker. That's the one we were looking for, not the key to rewards, right? Yes. Okay, so yeah, it makes sense. He wouldn't have key to rewards, because he's got no rewards to earn. Alright, so we just need Tranquil Darkness. That's it. And now we've collected all of his map cards already. What can we say about Riku? He's a simple boy. Fairies die if people say they don't believe in them, and then you can clap them back to life.
Yeah! Ha! Take this! Ha! Ha! Like it! Ha! 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 Yeah!
Well, Art, don't underestimate the clap.
Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha! 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 Yeah! Huh. Take this! Huh. Ha! Like it! Ha! Huh. Take this! Ha! Ha! Like it! Ha! Huh. Take this! Ha! Ha! Like it! Ha! Ha!
You know most of your Peter Pan lore from Hook. Fair enough, I have not. I saw the original movie when I was last playing Kingdom Hearts, but I didn't care much for it. A lot of racism.
Like it! Take this! Yeah! Ha! Like it!
At least 3 racisms. Where the hell is Tranquil Darkness? That it? Woo! There we go! Hook is the Robin Williams one. Yes, I've seen a lot of Robin Williams movies, and I've seen a lot of Disney stuff, but I have not seen Hook. Not that Hook is necessarily Disney, because Peter Pan is only Disney if it's the Disney version. But anyway, that's everything except the key to truth, which we can get, like, as part of the developing story. Though I will, quote-unquote, spoil, Riku doesn't get a lot of keys to truth. A lot of his worlds have very, very short story periods. Sometimes all he has is just the key to beginning's door, and that's it. But I believe Hollow Bastion here, he has a full set. And I guess... yeah, it's just one more door, because that'll be Conquerors. We need a green card to get through this customs area. Well, I don't like Lasting Days because it's got a shitty room layout, so put that in. Yeah, it's built on his memories, and he didn't even go to half of these places. No one here either. There's nothing but Heartless in this castle. Voice! I know you're watching, so explain this. Where are the people from my memories?
Do you want to see them?
Of course I do.
But you cast them aside.
What?
You dreamt of the outside world, and you passed through the door to darkness. Behind you, you left family, friends, home, everything, all in pursuit of darkness.
But I cast that aside too!
And what do you have to show for it? First your home, then the dark. Your heart only knows how to cast away. It's empty. Like that room. Like your memories. That's why you don't meet anyone. Your heart is hollow, except for the residual darkness.
You're wrong. I rejected the darkness.
Did you really now?
And he gets the key to truth. I think I think I'm better at doing Riku's voice than I am at doing Sora's as well, which makes this more fun also. Wait, why is there a door? Oh, I get it. It's to that room we've already been to. We'd need to use a door to open it. We have to go loop-de-loop around. I am going to go back because I'd like to save, and we don't really have enough moments reprieve for me to think it's just using one in such a short world. So we're just going to poke our head back out into the castle. Well, I mean, see, I've been doing Kid Sora, and that's not where I sort of am at. We'll see how I go when I do Adult Sora, but... Not Adult Sora, but like, you know, older teen Sora, but we're not at a game in which that is gonna happen yet. Well, the thing about David Gallagher is his voice don't change because he was already there. In fact, it's quite interesting that he has just been steady for 20 years at this point. Not this way? No, because we never did anything on this path. Yeah, the only way to use that door would be to make another room and have to fight more things, so I'm not going to do it. Da, 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 da. Because there actually is a want to not level up too much in this room. I don't mind getting level 10. But you do want to unlock the darkness stuff, which... Is that a spoiler? I think not, because of how clear it is. Let's go with... Let's go with another sleeping. I needed to find one that I actually had a 5 on. But yeah, we'll just keep it simple and only fight like 4 groups. 5.
Yeah!
Five's not too much.
Yeah! Ha! Take this!
As long as the shadows don't bloody dodge me.
Like it! Yeah!
The thing about slating all of these is that when you start reloading... Oh, we got them both! Simple and clean is the way that... They haven't done this one yet. There's a version of Simple and Clean that's like an orchestral instrumental. And
Like it!
weirdly enough, that is the version that I can sing the best, even though it has no lyrics.
Ha! Take this!
But you can just put the lyrics over the top of it very easily. And you don't have to sound like a pop singer to do it.
Take this! Like it!
And I know it gets used eventually in like closing credits and stuff, but I don't know when it starts.
Like it! Yeah! Ha! 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 Yeah!
Yeah, we definitely get there by day. Yeah, I'm happy with having gotten these levels because our HP has effectively doubled, and that's, you know, the earliest HP level ups are the most important ones.
Take this! Yeah! Like it!
So for this stage of the game, we're quite
Take
safe.
this! Yeah! Like it! Ha! 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 Take this! Ha! Ha! Like it!
Let's use up this 7 bottomless darkness, because I always would get rid of those if I can. I showed you the room once, we're never going to use it again. And a key to truth. Here she is. I knew you would return, Riku. Maleficent! You're alive? You haven't been paying attention. I am but a figment of your memory. Of all the people I could run into, it had to be you. But of course. After all, your heart is steeped in darkness. You can only see those who exist in that same darkness. No. Be grateful you have someone to keep you company. Your heart is empty. Were it not for the darkness it contains, you would be completely alone. That's sounding pretty good right about now. Come now. You once turned to me to sate your hunger for darkness. You want me here. Who but I can grant you the darkness you long for? There was a time I did want you around. I surrendered my heart to the dark. But never again. You and your darkness have nothing to offer. All I did was lose myself in the music, the moment. You own it. I better never let it go. I only had one shot. Do not miss my chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, bitch! Empty myself. I'm finished with all that. If I'm stuck seeing people like you, people of the dark, I'll take you out one by one. Then you mustn't forget to destroy yourself last. For, like me, you are one of the dark. That's fine with me. I turned to darkness because my heart was weak. I hate that weakness. It's like I'm my own enemy. And seeing people like you embrace the darkness just makes it worse! Enough talk, Maleficent. So, you hate the darkness enough to fight it? Oh, the agony you must feel. Then let me end your pain, Riku. End it forever. With the wondrous power of darkness! They really do nail the colors and vibes of Maleficent here. And we have our first boss, and it is Dragon Maleficent. So, I genuinely love the narrative that they build here with Riku, because it works so well to deconstruct who he was in Kingdom Hearts 1 and continue his development journey of undouchebagifying himself. Welcome to Castle Oblivion, a castle that confronts you with your own memories and builds based on what's in your mind and in your heart to create the worlds you go through. So for Sora, this is a celebration of the Kingdom Hearts 1 journey as you meet everybody again except Tarzan. It allows them to have a bunch of material to fill the game with while still not adding anything too new and complicated to a spin-off game because they're busy working on good new stuff for the new one. You get to Riku's and give him the same treatment, and oh, there's no one here. You didn't make any friends. Yeah, the only people you interacted with were the villains. So all you really have waiting for you in these bright, colorful worlds is fight. That sucks, doesn't it? Should have been better, huh? I do forget how Monstro works for him, because that's the only other world where he has, like, proper, you know... Because really, what Riku is in, he shows up in Traverse Town a little bit, he shows up in Monstro, he shows up in Neverland, he shows up in Hollow Bastion. So those are the 4 worlds that should actively matter to him. The rest of them, he has no connection to. Stop it. Give me that gimmick card. Thank you. Jump up! Jump up! Fuck no.
Like it! Ha! Take this! Like it! Ha! Take this! Ha! Ha!
Got her, just. We get the Dragon Maleficent card. So, I told you that the enemy cards Riku gets are specific to the deck he's given and they go away when his deck changes. This is not the case for boss fight victory enemy cards. Every card that he earns by defeating a boss is his forever. So Dragon Maleficent will always be in his deck now, but everything else will disappear when he changes location. Sacrifices reload speed to power up attack cards. I don't know if that affects him. Maybe that's just a straight up power up. Because he doesn't have reload speed. He has instant reloads all the time. Anyway, we've got all of our map cards now. Key to Truth. Enemy cards see his list is much shorter because this is just going to naturally fill out as he plays, because every enemy card he can possibly get will be given to him, rather than having to earn them. Same with the battle cards here. Now we've got the third type, which is Gimmick. So yeah, there's only 2 other types of cards we'll ever see. Interesting. Oh boy, we need to heal. Oh boy, we can't. I'm pretty sure... I'm slightly concerned that there's going to be a boss fight in there before the game lets us save, so I'm going to go back. I don't think it's the case, but it's... I would sooner be safe. So, like, while I think this is an unnecessary run, the fact that it hasn't just put us in the room, but has instead put us in the sleeping darkness and told us to go through that door makes me suspicious. So I'm gonna go catch the save point that I know is there and safe. Only because I don't have a way to heal. If I had a way to heal that wasn't this, I would do that instead. But... Now, we're not in any trouble. Also, I love this. Riku's jump, he just sort of floats up and over like that. Sora doesn't really do that. So graciously. Gracefully, rather. La la la. Now let's see if I needed to do that or not. I did not need to do that. That's okay.
Ha! Take this!
So I know there'll be stuff outside this floor, but I wasn't sure if it started here in a departure from the usual methods or not. Anyway. The Bastion is done for Chain of Memories. And of course now he'll have a different deck.
Why do you shun the darkness?
Come on, I know you heard me. Every word I said to Maleficent.
Darkness is your weapon. It is time you learned you must accept it.
What do you mean?
Stop resisting. Accept the darkness. You have no choice. If you are to serve me again.
I thought it was you, Ansem.
Oh, you don't seem surprised.
All you have been talking about is the darkness. I can only assume you want to pull me back in, so you can play Puppet Master.
Clever boy. I knew you'd be the one to most appropriately serve me. And now, surrender to me again.
You're crazy! Not a chance!
Did you really think you could do me harm? A weakling like you couldn't even defeat Sora, and you had darkness on your side.
Oh, excuse me for being weak.
You are weak. You need darkness. Surrender. Bow to darkness. Bow to me.
That's not gonna happen!
Only the darkness can offer to you all of the strength that you will need.
You're wrong!
That voice. Your Majesty?
That's right! Remember, Riku, you're not alone! Listen close. The light'll never give up on you. You'll always find it, even in the deepest darkness.
I got it. I won't lose to darkness. Not today.
You think that feeble little light can save you from the darkness that I command?
You shall feel the darkness everywhere.
And we're fighting Ansem. Give me all you've got. I'll give it right back. When Ansem shows his card, break it right away. So here's the thing. This is the first proper appearance of Mickey in Kingdom Hearts. He appears at the very end of the first game, and I think we talked about it, how he was intentionally reduced in the first game due to some executive meddling. Initially, Mickey was going to be the protagonist of Kingdom Hearts, which it's a good thing they didn't do that, because Mickey couldn't have had like the character journey that Sora could. Which is why some of Sora's design is a little Mickey-ish, in fact. But yeah, they ultimately settled on, all right. We'll use Donald and Goofy, but Mickey Mouse has to kind of disappear. We'll give him a little teaser at the end. But as the series continued, they integrate Mickey Mouse into the story properly. And since they'd had him on the same side of the door as Riku, they decide to make him the deuteragonist of sorts for Riku's journey, and have him be the light that Riku sort of needs to develop. I downplayed it, but Snip was right on the money. Mickey Mouse is Riku's friend card in this game. And I do like that. I always thought that was really cool that Riku gets to have a connection that I guess Sora doesn't. It's not like, you know... It's not that Sora doesn't have anything to do with Mickey, but Sora has Donald and Goofy, therefore Riku shouldn't be alone. Kingdom Hearts defines the modern... Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Yeah. The other thing I'm going to point out here, I'm pretty sure my timeline is correct on this. A lot of people don't like the Mickey Mouse performance in this game, the voice performance. They reckon that the actor Wayne Allwine doesn't really hit the Mickey tone very well. I believe that's because he was dying. Or very, very sick. The voice actor for Mickey changes around 2009, 2010 because of the death of the long-form voice, Wayne Allwine, who you're going to hear in Kingdom Hearts 2 sounding stronger because that was recorded earlier than Chain of Memories. And then as of, I believe, Birth by Sleep, it swaps over to the new Mickey voice actor, we've had since for the last 15 years. I bring this up because I just think it's kind of one of those cases of, hey, let's not make fun of it. If there's a line he delivers that isn't very tonally great, we know why. It's not really that funny. Days, I think, was the very last time, yes, but I think he has more to do here, right? But the Days and Recom are the noticeable ones. Snip, I really don't understand why you follow up me saying, let's not make fun of this with a joke. With respect, I would call that a miss. I know you meant well, but... it just doesn't seem to set... And it's not a bad one, it just doesn't seem to set the tone very well, does it? But anyway, I just thought that was an appropriate thing to point out. He's doing his best here, and still turns in a good performance. It's just, you know, if there are noticeable vocal quality differences, that's just how it happens sometimes. When Ansem shows his card, break it right away. We can't hurt him right now. We can't make slights either, so we're kind of... Yeah, this is a weird tutorial-ish fight. Rapid break. Quickie break the opponent's card for a boost in attack. So Ansem needs to... We need to give him a quickie break. They meant quickly there. Not giving up yet? I wonder how much of this you can take. I'm just going along until you give up. Because, yeah, Ansem is dead. This is Ansem's heart living on in Riku. This is sort of a theoretical mind battle Riku's having right now. The man's not actually standing there. Meanwhile, Mickey is sort of not fully manifested into the world yet because they've been stuck in the darkness realm. And so he's kind of lending his mind and heart to Riku as well. That's what that sort of indicated when he showed up as a mote of light instead of a person. So we need the same number as the opponents and press triangle.
Come, Guardian!
I thought that's what we were doing. I'm pressing triangle.
Just me!
Oh, I see. Right, break all the... Oh, shit. That didn't work. So I was trying to explain it. Okay, show the same value, so play it with X, then press triangle. That's written badly. I would say that's written badly. I was looking for... I don't have any sevens. Give me my cards back.
Come on!
We don't give you a lot of time for this shit. we go. You succeed, you smack him. Duel system. Show the same valued cards as the opponents. Press triangle to start. Break all the enemy's cards to execute a slate, but you will need more than 8 cards. And there we have the Riku mechanic.
What? That all you got?
That all you got?
It seems to me that you are intent on resisting the darkness. All right, then see it for yourself. This is a card crafted from your memory. Advance through the world it creates, and soon you will understand. Chasing after light is not the way. It will not give you distance from the darkness. There is no running from the darkness.
Don't worry, I'm not running.
I never affiliate with anyone
I'll
who
enter
isn't
the world
prepared
and
to
in the
drown
end-
me in money.
Good evening, Loveheart.
Okay, so the emote was read as heart, not as a love heart, but you wrote love before. That's how that... Okay. Hello, Mew. Thank you for that. No, I was just... the text-to-speech was a puzzle that I had to solve for a second there. Alright. So Riku does not want to give into the darkness. Ansem wants him to give into the darkness. And you might guess by the third flavor of level up value that he has as to what the answer to this is going to be, but for now, Riku is like, no dark. No dark. I'm done with dark.
And if I haven't given in to the darkness, then I win.
I have one more gift for you.
It's a tumor.
What'd you do?
I simply tempered the darkness that yet remains in your heart.
You still think that I'd rely on darkness?
To use it or not is your choice. I'll be waiting, Riku, for you to sense it and yield to the darkness in your heart.
Riku learns D-Mode! Activating Dark Mode. D-Mode can be activated when you have accumulated a maximum DP through card breaks. In D-Mode, your skills are powered up and you have more slates to choose from, and by that we mean you have slates in the first place, because without D-Mode you don't have slates. DP is lost when your card is broken or you receive damage. We're going to lose D-Mode a lot. Riku returns to normal when your DP reaches 0. To increase your DP, level up, choose Darkness Boost. It is, in fact, put on the grass skirt mode, yes. D mode is signified by Riku's outfit changing to the douchebag edgelord mode. Yeah. Honey. Anyway, and we get our first set of worlds. We have Traverse Town, Agrabah, Monstro, and Neverland. I don't actually have... a clear memory as to the generalized order for Riku. Not that there's a... not that it really matters, but, the quote-unquote order for Sora is burned into my head, but for Riku, I don't know. Oh, he did go to Agrabah, did he? True, yeah. Cool. Jasmine. Very briefly. We have characters too, Maleficent. Maleficent's charms won over Riku. God, yes, she's so charming. We don't have many characters, too. And here we have the slates. Now that we have D mode, we can see the slates. although, yeah, there's two ways to activate slates. The other one is dueling, which is what Ansem just taught us there. But the dark mode slates are, Dark Break, leap into the air and attack enemies a bunch. Dark Firaga, Beak Bang. And Dark Aura, which is if you have a 9, a 9, and a 9. That's a really good one, but it's hard to do. Whereas these are the dual slates. Impulse, Dark Impulse, which is same thing, but dark mode. Maelstrom, Dark Maelstrom. And Barrage! And Dark Barrage. And of course, D-mode. That's not all the slates. We still need to learn our friend slates. Because right now, we still don't have a friend listed, even though we should. We don't. Let's go to the next floor. Oh my word! Who is this blue-haired boy? He's wearing an organization coat, but we have not seen him before. What was he doing during Sora's story? Oh my word! Who is this mountain man? He's wearing an organization coat as well, but we never saw him in Sora's story either. More characters?
Don't I even warrant a hello, Lexaeus?
Lexaeus is a real good contender for the dumbest name in the organization, by the way.
What is going on here, Zexion? I want an explanation.
And here's Vexen. We know Vexen.
Nice to see you too, Vexen.
Of course, this does place it timeline-wise, because we saw Vexen get burnt to death in the Sora story. But this is before that.
It's such a shame. The organization used to be the rope that bound us together.
You're only number 6. How dare you?
Let it go, Vexen.
Let it go, let it go.
Zexion, tell us. What did you detect?
All right, names on the table already. We have Vexen, Lexaeus, and Zexion. Those are easy to remember, right?
Visitors. I picked up 2 scents in the castle's lowest basement.
Sorry, you've been smelling us.
One of them was Maleficent.
Don't be absurd. The witch is gone. She cannot return from the realm of darkness of her own volition.
If you would let me finish. The scent belonged not to the real Maleficent, but to a very convincing double.
I mean, I do understand why he has to track by smell, because this motherfucker cannot see.
But I truly cannot say much beyond that, since the double is no more. Our other visitor saw to that.
And who is it?
I do not know for sure, but the scent was very similar to that of the Superior.
And yet, not exactly the same, was it? This truly piques my curiosity.
Now, what to do?
We wait. See what develops.
Is this Sora still? Well, this is... Okay, so... This is the first spin-off game in the series. So we're not playing Kingdom Hearts 2. We're playing a game that came out between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Originally for the Game Boy Advance, but they remade it in 3D. You play the first half of the game as Sora, and at the end of his story, he forgets everything that happens in it because we're in a castle that fucks with your memories. So that way, anybody who plays Kingdom Hearts 2 doesn't have to have played this game because Sora doesn't remember what happened, so it's okay if you don't know what happened. But in the second half, now, we're playing as Riku, his friend, slash rival, slash guy who's been on an interesting character development journey that shows no signs of stopping, and we're sort of seeing a different side of the same events. So no, we're not playing as Sora right now. We're playing as this grey-haired kid. Who, frankly, is a better character than Sora, at least now. In the first game, no. In every other part of the series, I would say yes. So I'm happy. Kinda.
Something smells funny.
What the fuck?
What's that scent? It's so familiar. Darkness. It's the smell of darkness. I can't believe this is happening. The darkness even seeped into my skin.
Don't worry, Riku.
Your Majesty!
Hey there, Ghost Mouse.
Oh, what happened? I can see right through you.
We here at the Disney Corporation believe in transparency.
Funny, huh? I can only send a bit of my power to this place. That's why I've got a request for you.
Request?
Listen, Riku. Just because darkness holds you, don't let go of who you are. You've got to fight the darkness inside you. It won't be easy to do, I know. But please don't forget, even in the darkest darkness, there's always a little bit of light.
Light within darkness.
You and I have seen it. The far welcoming light inside the door to darkness. The light of Kingdom Hearts. It will show you the way. Please don't give up. Believe in the light. That's a request from my heart.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Trust me, I'll try to find a way to reach you. I'll get there. I promise.
Oh. You're an illusion.
Don't worry. We shook hands in our hearts, remember? We're connected, you and me.
Guess we are.
Well, if he was going to send an illusion of himself, I think he'd be able to dress himself up a little. And we have our friend card, the King. Which I guess is written from the perspective of Riku, who is, I guess, respectful. But yeah, we don't get him as Mickey in this. In fact, I don't know that anybody even says the word Mickey in Kingdom Hearts for a long time. It's because he is officially the king of the Disney Castle world, but it's a little funny, isn't it? Like, genuinely curious as to when the word Mickey gets used in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, because I reckon it's actually quite rare. Now, as far as the slates go, for 2 Mickey cards, we get MM Miracle, which restores... Yeah, now, so Mickey is your first source of healing. Mickey, even 1 Mickey card without a slate will heal you, stun the enemy, and damage. It's less powerful than combining them, but he will heal you. That's true, they do say King Mickey. They do occasionally say King Mickey. That's true. With 3, we get just an even powerful version of the MM Miracle. Heals you, stuns the enemies, hurts the enemies, reloads your cards. Basically, Mickey just does everything that Riku could possibly need in one hit. Holy Burst. Multiple shots back-to-back with the King. You can get that with just 1, but you don't get healed. So if you're full health, and you want a more powerful use of your 1 Mickey card, you can add some attacks to it to make a tornado. And then Inversed Burst. Multiple shots with your back against the king's enemies become confused when hit, only available in dark mode. Same thing, but you're in dark mode, so you're better at it. Everything's stronger when you're in dark mode. And yeah, we have our outside of we have our Castle Oblivion deck here. I think this is always what we have between floors. But now we have Dragon Maleficent because we took that card with us after Invader. Yeah, that's the name of his sword, Soul Eater. So it's this. I can't really show you him fighting unless you're willing to wait here for half an hour because I'm about to go on my food break, but you know, that's his weapon. And that's how he stands when he uses it. He is much cooler than Sora. It's just the way it is. No, it's just a sword. But he does use dark powers, and rather than being a journey about rejecting the darkness, Riku's journey is about using it responsibly, and I think that's really cool. Because obviously we don't want to get possessed by Ansem again, but we still can get a decent amount of use out of good old D mode. I need to eat. I'll be back as soon as I can be back, but I need to eat for a little while, and then we'll go into the next world. Alright, I think Riku is sick of walking on his treadmill. Controller? There you are. We have our first set of worlds to visit. We'll see how quickly it takes us to go through them, and whether this takes a shorter time than 8 streams. It depends. I think the thing that would drag it out is me fighting and going through the worlds and getting levels, but... And levels do matter more to Riku than they do to Sora, because his attack power and his dark points go up, as well as his health. Like, once Sora gets level 57 and gets Mega Flare, you could argue that's all the levels he needs, but Riku gets flat out stronger. So where are we going first? Well, much like we did for Sora, our first world of choice will be Agrabah. Place Riku has almost no connection to, but still. He did briefly touch down here to grab Jasmine for Maleficent. That's a good point, yes. Riku also needs HP more. Now we get the Key of Beginnings immediately. Tell him the story, Mew. Tell him how you concerned me. What you said. Out of pocket. 2 days before we are both to rely upon your car.
Take this!
Alright, well, if you want me to tell your story... Well, I don't really... I still don't fully know the story, because you stopped telling it halfway through, but I'm assuming everything's fine. We're talking about our plans for Sunday. I suggest a intended time for when to meet up and that. And she says, yeah, sound good. And then she types, I failed a DUI test 3 times yesterday. That was fun. And I say, so I will aim to be up and ready by whatever time. And then I read what she wrote and says, wait, what the fuck? Like a drunk driving test? What? She sends in a laughing emoji and says, yeah. Apparently I need more practice blowing on sticks. While I was writing out, please elaborate, as you do need an unsuspended license in order to drive around. I think what I'm to extrapolate from that is that wherever you were driving, you were given a test, and the first 3 times you tried to use the machine, you didn't use it properly, and so the result was do it again, not you are drunk and need to go to jail. At least I assume so. I assume if you were in jail, you would probably have told me that sooner. And they're stupid fucking thing. I don't disagree. I'm sure they are, but
like it.
Anyway,
come on.
Oops. Got him.
Out of my way.
So the thing about duels is, you don't... When you use a card that's too low, you lose the card, but because Riku's reloads are instant, you actually just want to slam it. And that's something I need to teach myself to do. With the Ansem, when I was looking for the 9s, that was stupid. Don't do that. You just slam until you get there. That's how you duel with Riku. That's how you shoot. Hopefully if Mew is in jail, there will at least be we may have to move going to see the movie. Well, considering that the tickets are already booked and paid for by me, I would probably, in that case of her not being able to see the movie because she's in jail, be calling up one of my other friends and being like, hey, do you want to buy a movie ticket from me, and do you want to see a movie with me on Sunday? However, luckily that doesn't seem to be the case, my love.
Ha! Take this!
I should check out my deck. Which friend am I proposing to start dating? One of the ones with a car. Hang on, I can't make this joke out loud. There. I have sent you a response. So, let's take a look at what deck we have for Agrabah. We have 764, 376, 437, 643. It's middling. I'm not seeing any 8s or 9s. There's a couple of 4s and 3s that aren't too good, but we get some 6s and 7s. Yeah, it's interesting. The decks will quite often just have like a small selection of numbers, right? Because there's no 1s, 2s, 8s, or 9s here. And there's also no 5s. It is a deck of 3s, 4s, 6s, and 7s. I find it interesting. We also have the Fat Bandit card, which deals more damage when you are striking enemies from behind. Which we should start using along with our Dragon Maleficent. No high potions or anything, though. Eaglor has not been around in years.
Like it!
I mean, he's still a friend from the past of my real life.
Come on!
So I'm sure he could appear whenever he wanted. But I haven't spoken to him.
Out of my way!
Nothing happened, I just, I tend not to chase people who don't make themselves known to me. You know what I mean? Which is not good when I'm dealing with a friend who is also like that, because it just means that we'll just drift.
Just me! Get a load of this!
Well, I don't mean to sound rude about it, or uncaring, but because I'm an introvert, and I have a social outlet wherein people just choose to show up to where I'm at no point in my life do I ever feel like I need to reach out to somebody. Because there are enough people in my current immediate circle. Hell, there's probably one or two too many, because there are times where I just get tired, and then I receive a DM, and I'm like, oh god, I don't want to talk to humans right now, and it's no particular human's fault.
Take this!
So I don't have a reason to seek out the people who have voluntarily left me alone, even if I like them quite a lot, because I'm already capped. I accept anyone who turns up. I always make space for people unless I dislike them. But I'm good. I would probably be concerned if you disappeared, Mew, but anybody else, not much. You feel like you're the opposite of what? On what level? You mean you're always wanting more friendship and connection? I mean, I've noticed that. I mean, that's a good way to balance things. Like, I just consider the stream and my Discord server to be my home of places. And so, if people leave those, then they need to wave in my direction if they want my attention. Unless I know them from another place. Like, there's one or two community-ish places that I belong to, but most of the people in those don't come to my stream. Like, the group that I play Sea of Thieves with who aren't Swede and Revalia, I will go over there to them to play Sea of Thieves. But that's about it. Anyway, let's summon the mouse.
Your Majesty! Come on!
Heals you, stuns the enemies. I don't think he reloads your deck when he's on his own, but he does if you have a second one.
Take this!
Oh, I mean, everybody here knows you stream because you're the only person I really generally raid.
Like it!
The answer to the question you just asked me, Mew, is yes, dear.
Take this!
Presuming you're not in jail at the time.
Like it!
Yeah, like, it is rude to talk about your own streams in another streamer's chat unless... Like, I wouldn't care if Smoozle started talking about the fact that he started streaming again, because we all know who he is, except for people who...
Like it!
But, like, the community in general knows who he... Like, you're an established figure. But you don't start talking about it in places where you're a newcomer, because then it makes it look like you're there to network. The only time it's the only time it's like...
Take this!
Rude and wrong and shitty is if it looks like you're there to network, and that doesn't happen if you're established as having been around for no reason other than because you want to be. Feels odd for Riku to call Mickey by a title. It's weird, but we don't know how much time they spent together, basically.
Your Majesty! Come on! Time's up!
In the realm of darkness between the end of Kingdom Hearts and now. Maybe you got used to it.
Like it! Darkness!
Oh! D-Mode! D-Mode upgrades our dodge roll into a giant leap forward and gives us our slates. Dark Firaga. Not that great. Dark Break.
Take this!
Oh, never mind. We undeed. We ran out of points. Speaking of points, never mind, we're actually not going to get DP because we have an attack boost instead. But our DP is now unlocked. That's interesting, yes, Snip, because I absolutely just completely rewrite the way I talk to people based on what works for their vibe. And it's not as if to say that I'm a fake person. It's more like, you know, which parts of my vibe work here and which don't. And so I suppress and bring to the forefront, like if I'm going to be around my parents, I'm not going to make internet jokes. But I'll make jokes that I know work for their sense of humor that I wouldn't make on the internet because no one would understand them, right? There'll still be jokes made in my style, but the assumed knowledge, the context, the language choice, that'll be different. Yeah, that's a really good point, Maze. If the conversation naturally turns to streaming, I think it's perfectly acceptable for every streamer in chat to admit that they are one, because at that point, it's natural. You're not advertising, you're contributing, right? Same as if you're an expert on a certain game and that game's being talked about, you don't have to pretend otherwise. Unless you're using that to backseat and harry the streamer over it. It's like, you know. But yeah, if you show up and if you bring it up, then why did you bring it up? Is the question. But generally speaking, yeah, naturally working it into the conversation is fine. And it is okay to try and network if you do so respectfully and carefully. Showing up to advertise yourself when you aren't a known figure.
Like it!
not really networking. It's douche work. Yeah, some people are like that. I would argue that that is their mistake, Snip. I would argue that that is an oversimplification. But it depends. Like, back when I played Throne of Lies, I didn't like it when, I think I remember somebody was doing an event stream or something, and it was right when I was streaming the exact same game, and I was like, hey, maybe let's not advertise that right here, because it's a direct competition with me that day. And, like, I would stand by that sort of specific scenario of, you know, good luck to you, but... Yeah. Whereas someone saying, oh, I stream while they're sitting in my chat, well, obviously they're not live right now. Like, that's one that often gets, you know, called out as a rude thing to say, that a lot of younger, newer streamers will say. Don't ever say goodbye by saying, I'm saying goodbye, I'm off to do my stream. That's bad, don't do that. Now, if I know you and I know you're about to go start streaming and you say goodbye, I might say, oh, you starting yours up? It's cool, I might raid you later. But that should be the streamer's prerogative to point out if they want to, not the person doing it. That in that particular case, no matter who you are or how established you are, you just say, I gotta go now, see ya. You don't have to say, I gotta go turn a camera on and do what you're doing. Bye, I'm off to TikTok. That's just you saying that you're off to watch other things. Saying you're off to watch other things, I mean, that can be a bit rude from a stranger if the intended meaning is, hey, you're boring me. But I mean, you said it when I went on break, so like I do consider TikTok to be more entertaining than a BRB screen. I'm not threatened by that. Plus, I wouldn't be offended if I bored you, because I know that you bore easily, and my style of game isn't always yours. That makes sense? You don't have to follow the rules everyone else does, Mew. We know this. Look, TikTok is just a worse version of YouTube Shorts. It's fine. Like, I enjoy YouTube Shorts a lot. I just don't like the TikTok app. And I'm glad YouTube stole the good parts of it and made their own better product.
Like it! Take this!
There's a lot of merit in TikTok. It's not for me.
Like it! Take this!
Did that Heartless... Was that in the debris?
Take this!
Great.
Like it!
Anyway, this is a Martial Waking, so all our cards are stronger.
This. Darkness!
And Debo! Dark Faraga. Dark Faraga. Nothing. Dark Faraga. Wait, can I get Dark Aura? Do I have 9s? I do. Oh, I'm not in D mode anymore.
Like it.
I'll use it eventually. It's easier later when you have enough points that you actually stick around in D mode for a long time. Like, base level D mode is a
like it.
rather flighty experience.
Take this. Like it. Darkness.
Ooh, can I do the Mickey D mode?
Your Majesty. Come on. Time's up.
Dark Mickey.
Like it! Yeah! Like it! Take this!
One thing we've come to learn is that Riku likes to shout,
Like it!
Like it! When,
Darkness!
when stabbing someone in the ass.
Yeah!
Wait, no. Let me try to get Dark Aura. No, fucking... Stop.
Take this! Like it!
What I need to do is just queue up the 3 9s, and then wait till dark mode happens. Is that Sora's VA? No, Sora's VA is Haley Joel Osment. This is a man named David Gallagher.
Take this! Like it! Take this! Darkness!
Dark Aura!
Vanish!
It's more impressive when there's actually an enemy to fight with it, but yeah.
Like it! Yeah! Ha! Take this! Like it! Yeah! Take this!
Yeah, that's the thing. The slates that he has have been used on you in the fights against Riku Replica earlier in the game. Anyway, we get our first DP boost.
Like it! Yeah! Yeah!
Now he can thrust it twice.
Take this! Yeah! Like it! Yeah! Take this!
That is very true. It helps that I've played the Warcraft RTSs a whole bunch since childhood. Oh, you think you think we're still talking about? I get it. So we started off talking about who voices characters, and then Mew mentions a boss in WoW, and so you're reading that as I can talk about who the voice actor is for that Warcraft boss. No, what she means is I can mention the character, and she won't know who I'm talking about, despite fighting them 5 times a week. And she doesn't know who Chris Metzen is, which was amazing. Oh yeah, no, you're not better, Snip.
Like
She
it!
knows who Arthas is.
Take this!
She'd know the big ones. Although it's a good question, would you know my favorite Warcraft 3 character? Kel'Thuzad? No, though he is my favorite undead. My favorite Warcraft 3 character is Cairn. That's why I'm very, very mad at the way he was handled in the ongoing lore of WoW. Motherfucker dies in a book. Cairn Bloodhoof, the Tauren. He's like 99 years old, and yet he swings around this big thumping stick when it impresses the shit out of Thrall. Oh, I'm gonna go up, actually. Keep going up this ladder. What a thrill! With darkness and silence through the night. Now, let's get the teeming darkness out of the way. Especially because we now don't have to worry about leveling up before our D mode points, because we have them. But just in general, combat with Riku feels better. It's not as fast as Mega Flare spam, sure, but you don't have to think
Like it.
a third as much. You just
Take
whack.
this. Like it.
So what you're telling me is that you don't want to have a cow man.
Take this. Darkness. Darkness.
I got card broke out of darkness. That is so mean.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The problem with Blood Elves is that the only representative character that Warcraft 3 had for Blood Elves is the whiniest, bitchiest, shittiest man in Azeroth.
Take this.
I'm aware there are better Blood Elves in WoW.
Yeah.
The other KT. Yes!
Like it.
Mr. Setback.
Darkness. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's okay, Mew. You're allowed to like pathetic people.
Take this.
I realize I just set up a joke there, but oh well.
Like it.
Illidan's better. Illidan's better. Kael'thas, I just don't.
Like it. Yeah. Yeah. Take this. Like it.
Besides, you don't have an attitude problem. Other people have a problem that is caused by your attitude.
Like it. Take this.
And if they need to go solve that, well, that's up to them.
Like it.
Look how much healing we just got. But at least we do have
Like it. Yeah.
the Healy Mouse. But at least we will if any of him spawns.
Yeah. Yeah.
We keep missing! Hit someone!
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
This is a remake of a Game Boy Advance game, yes. So it's pretty low budget, it reuses all of these art assets and models and things from the actual PS2 games. So it's like bargain bin Kingdom Hearts.
Your Majesty! Come on!
Damn you! You broke my mouse!
Take this! Like it!
I was like, I can't use him as an attack slate because my first thought was to slate him up to build his number, but I was like, no, I need the heal. So I gotta use him raw. But now I think much like attack points, that the DP upgrade is rationed out. It's not like Sora where HP and CP is always available and you pick between them. I'm pretty sure HP is always available, but the other ones have only a certain amount that are unlocked by the levels, I think. So I'm pretty sure we have a few saved up because of the fact that we didn't have it unlocked for a bit. Now, after I put a few points in, it'll be like, no, you must take health. I think.
Like it!
Ark, am I wrong?
Take this!
I mean, Riku's character models and his 2 outfits are taken from the PS2 game, yes. I don't know about the Game Boy Advance version of this. I've never properly gotten into it. I tried it as a kid, but couldn't play it. It was too hard for me.
Like it! Yeah! Take this! Yeah!
Fuck, then.
Darkness! Yeah!
There. Are all parts of him purple? I mean, it's a pretty purple outfit except for the white grass skirt. And his face. It's a body, it's a skin-tight suit he's wearing. It's a good point. Does Dragon Maleficent make reloads take time?
Yeah! Like it! Yeah! Take this!
Sure doesn't. Card's got no downsides.
Your Majesty! Come on!
I don't think so.
Yeah!
I mean, you wouldn't have seen his face much, because it would have been the little baby sprite, but I guess his profile picture when he had dialogue. But no, he wouldn't have had a purple face, I don't think.
Yeah!
La, 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 la.
Take this! Yeah!
Thing is, you wouldn't have accessed Riku until like, played 30 hours in the Sora mode, so I never would have gotten to find out.
Like it! Take this!
This is like when you finish the Mario game and they let you play as Luigi, you know? Like, it's...
Yeah!
What looks very odd, the fact that his face isn't purple? Because, I mean, his face is just skin. It would be weird if the
Like it!
costume changed his skin.
Yeah! Like Take this! Darkness!
Damn. Oh, because of how it goes up on his neck. Yeah.
Like it!
Well, the outfit debuted in the original Kingdom Hearts and looked like that before the spin-off was made. So. It's not the weirdest face, There's a guy who wears a mask, and you can sort of see his face behind the mask, except when he takes the mask off later, his skin color changes. That one's weird.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. Huh. Huh. Huh.
What's interesting is that it's presented as a choice. Like, Riku says, I'm not going to use dark powers, right? And Ansem says, alright. And he says, if I can get through this world without using my dark powers, yada yada. But you don't actually have a choice unless you fight worse. Because as you fight, your D points go up, and then when they hit maximum, he just automatically activates it. You don't get to choose not to. Attack enough times, and he will go dark mode. You can't opt out.
Take this!
Riku browses in dark mode. It's just what he does.
Take this! Like... Take this! Darkness! Darkness!
No, it's just narrative development. Sure, he's having a crisis, but we don't get to, like, input it.
Take this! Take this! Like it! Yeah! Take this! Like it!
La la didum da didum didum da da. D points come from card breaks. It's almost impossible not to card break. You'd have to like wait and only ever attack when they weren't attacking. Like it's yeah, you could, but it would be incredibly difficult, and the game won't respect it. The game will just assume you used D mode. So it could be a very I love this. I love the way you can get all the way up here, and then he'll just float over the edge. Mind you, he'll grab on as well if you don't get it perfectly, but it looks so cool when he manages. Sora doesn't do this.
Like it!
Anyway, room is done. How many rooms we got left? 2. We can try and blast through those. How do I have 4 bottomless darknesses and I don't want any? Let's see what Mingling Worlds would give us. Let's do a random. That's fun. Be a good one. Looming! Well, at least it's a straightforward room.
Like it!
Which cat are you tired of today, Mew? The one you're always tired of, or the other one for a change?
Like it! Yeah! Take this! Take this! Yeah! Like it!
Stupid shithead has learned how to open the fridge.
Yeah! Like it! Darkness!
Just now, or has this been a recent problem?
Yeah! Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I thought taking damage knocked you out of dark mode, or does it just lower your D points? Well, more attack.
Take this! Yeah! Ha! Take this! Like it! Yeah! Take this! Darkness!
Right, it just hurts your D points, same as time. Okay. Stop giving me bottomless darkness, I hate it.
Like it!
No, I hate it, I just said that! Why did you just ask a fucking market stall if it liked it when you hit it?
Yeah! Ha! Like it!
What kind of BDSM shit is Riku into?
Yeah! Yeah! Take this!
Anyway. Oh, so he doesn't actually open it to like mess with your food, he just opens it so that you have to get up and close it. That's good. I mean, it could be a lot worse than it is.
Like it! Take this! Yeah! Ha! Like it! Take this! Darkness! Yeah! 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 Take this! Like it! Ha! Take this! Your Majesty! Come on! Like it! Darkness!
I like how in dark mode he stops saying words and just, you know, just starts growling.
Take this!
Dark Firaga makes a lot less boom than normal. Yeah, it's... Look,
Like
that
it!
which is caught up in its range doesn't enjoy what has happened to it, but it is less visually
Like it!
impressive, yeah.
Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Like it!
I don't think it liked it. I think it was quite unhappy.
Take this! Yeah! Like it! Yeah! Take this! Like it!
An Uber driver? Do you mean Uber for food? Or are you planning on going somewhere? Are you just getting out of jail now from your DUI?
Take this! Like it! Take this! Like it!
Well, not if you've just had a DUI.
Darkness! Yeah! Like it! Yeah! Take this! Like it!
Any more?
Take this!
Any more motherfuckers?
Ha! Ha! Like it!
I have never played any Dead Rising. Someone bought me the original Dead Rising a few months ago. I don't know why. I guess it was just super cheap. But I've never played any Dead Risings. There's a bundle for all of the Dead Risings available right now. If anybody wants to play a bunch of Dead Rising games, as well as some Ace Attorney games, and some Capcom fighting games, I think, feel free to buy this and set the sliders so that I get all of the money. If you don't know how to do that, Snip can tell you. Or you can give all the money to charity if you like. That is also a very valid idea.
Like it!
Anyway, this is the last room. I think we can finish this world today.
Yeah! Like it!
La 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 la.
Like it!
That it? Wasn't there another enemy? Whatever.
Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Take this!
Okay, I can one-shot them with a 3-hit
Like it!
if I bother to set up Maleficent.
Yeah! Ha! Take this! Ha! Like it! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Like it!
The other thing is I probably don't need to break stuff if I'm at full health. Because all Riku gets is HP balls, but I'm just so used to breaking everything that I do it naturally without thinking.
Take this! Yeah!
La 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 la.
Like it!
Because yeah, there's nothing
Take this!
in any of these. Only ever health. Alright. Well, that's all of Agrabah in terms of static rooms. Let's drop in a bottomless darkness, because I can get rid of it, and the key to beginnings. Hi, Jafar. So, Riku doesn't have a story, he just fights the bosses? Oh, shit.
Ha! 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 Yeah! Ha! Ha!
You'll get used to this. Just about every world for Riku has no dialogue, it doesn't meet anybody. He goes to the boss room, and the boss is just there, and there is no explanation given. Fucking stop it.
Your Majesty! Come on!
Good news about the bosses is you collect a lot of Mickey cards, so you can get pretty good heals out of bosses. with Mickey being the only friend card he has, getting the full Mickey is actually pretty easy. Boom! Snipe Diago with a Viraga. And of course, we level up. And we get the Genie Jafar card, which is quite a good one for Riku, I believe. I'll keep going with DP. I want to see if he runs out. I don't know if he does. We end up here, next to the one door we can't open. La la diddlum da. Doing a stupid full cart somersault things. And then we can now go through this door that has appeared to the Conqueror's
Take
respite. It is about stop time, but I'll do a little bit more and do the Between Floors story so that we can hit the ground running on Tuesday. I forget if he's got a boss here or not, but even if he does, we don't have to prepare because we're not Sora. Ain't that a fucking relief? I, for one, love not being Sora. Nothing at the exit hall. Okay. Wow. Here we go. We do have a scene. It's the triumvirate of hair. We know that Vexen is number 4.
I have identified the scent.
We know that Vexen is number 4, and we know that Zexion is number 6 because Vexen said that. We do not know Lexius's rank at this point, although I do.
It is Riku.
Riku, you say? Has he emerged from the realm of darkness?
His existence, it was once doubled in the darkness.
Fascinating. That's why you mistook him for the superior. The dark power given to Riku facilitated his escape from its realm.
What I want to know is why he appeared here in Castle Oblivion.
That's really quite simple. His existence resonates with that of another hero.
Sora is in the castle?
He arrived earlier. Marluxia is already using Naminé's unique powers to meddle with Sora's heart.
Without even bothering to consult us.
It seems he desperately wants the Keyblade Master for himself. What a foolish plan indeed. Sora's is not such an interesting existence. The entity that holds true value is Riku, the hero of darkness.
So can you guess what Vexen's doing here? Why he might be in this story as well, unlike the others? Because, yeah, Lexaeus and Zexion are the Riku story organization members. Axel, Larxene, and Marluxia, they're off in Sora's story, but Vexen is in both. What could Vexen possibly want with the real Riku? I will have to stop there. I don't have the time to start another world, but that's how quickly you get through the first 2 Riku worlds, as well as getting to level 15, so yeah, I would say this one will be faster than the previous. Because we did Agrabah in an hour. Yeah, I think it's safe to say at this point, Maze, that we are playing as the real Riku, and that Vexen has taken an interest in him, and it's pretty clear to assume that Riku Replica will eventuate as a result of Vexen's interest. Just how that comes to pass, we'll find out, but that's all I got now. Tomorrow we'll play some 14. I'll have a longer stream because, well, normally, as happens on a Saturday, I end stream because Mew is coming to visit me, but she's not doing that tomorrow because we're going to see each other on Sunday instead. We're going to see the Deadpool movie. So yeah, tomorrow, longer stream. Sunday, I'm not going to be here. So if you're interested in 14, make sure you're around tomorrow, because that's all you're going to get. Next Tuesday, we'll come back to Riku's Journey, which so far I'm enjoying. Unironically enjoying. Vastly different from the Sora experience, where I was at most bored and at worst annoyed. Fare thee well, everybody.